Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joseph. So I'm going to be taking you guys on a behind the scenes. I will be playing the video later for you guys to see the entire behind the scenes video, but I just wanted to talk about a few things that happened during this production, just give you guys like an insight as to what it was. So we were creating beauty images for a client. They were launching 2 new products and there was a production agency involved. They were responsible for creating the concepts, sharing mood boards amongst the creatives and the people involved, so we can have our inputs, suggest certain things, and basically just work towards one goal of creating valuable images that would increase the return on our clients' investment, because the clients are always investing in you, the creators, and then they're hoping that their trust in you to create these images or videos for them will give them return on the investment that they're making. And it was pretty interesting. There was a mood board that was shared with us so we can visualize what is expected of us, and this also just helps you plan, because like the saying goes, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. But this production team was really in charge of everything. They ensured that everything was running smoothly. They even made transportation available for us to move us from Accra to the Volta region, because we're shooting in an entirely different region, and also ensure that we were on time because they wanted to catch sunrise, and because it was a 3.5-hour journey and the sunrise is quite early, it means that we had to leave at dawn. I think we ended up leaving around 3 a.m. or so, and we got there just in time to catch the last bit of sunrise. It was really amazing, and I really loved the energy of the entire team. It was really chill vibes, and even though we're different creatives coming together, we still supported each other and made sure that the entire shoot ran smoothly. And yeah, so for me, and when I was shooting to an iPad, and I gave the iPad to the creative director so that he can see exactly what it says I'm shooting, and then he can decide to make creative adjustments or changes or suggestions based on what he's seeing, just so we can work faster, work smarter, and also just get the exact shot that we're looking for. So it was a combined effort, just making sure that we're getting the best that we can for our clients. Alright, so moving on, I just want to talk a little bit about the lighting. So for me, my initial plan was to actually use strobes for the shoot, because I just feel like sometimes when you're shooting outdoors and then you're using these artificial lights, it just adds some pop to the images. But when we got there and I noticed the vibes of the location, I just felt like if I rather embrace it and use natural light and actually embrace the different lighting conditions that I'm being given on that day, it will really make more sense in that way, rather than trying to use strobes and make the images look very commercial. I feel like the vibe they wanted was something relatable, something organic, and I decided that using natural light is really going to help me sell or convey that message, and so that is what I went with. And the video guys also brought I think an 8x scrim to diffuse the sunlight, and I also used that in some of the sessions to make sure that, especially when it was 12 o'clock and the sun was like directly up above, I didn't want to get those raccoon shadows on my subject's face, because we're shooting beauty after all, and you need to get flattering light on your subject at all times. And so I decided to diffuse the sunlight and get rid of those unwanted shadows, and also use my mirrors and reflectors to bounce some specularity onto the products and a little bit of shine or reflection back onto my subject. Especially when I was doing the close-up shots, I had the reflector just underneath in this case, just to fill up the shadows, and also add a bit of catch light and bring her eyes to life, and also just add a bit of specularity and reflection onto the product, and also just under her chin, and just give it a little bit of a pop. And then when I was using the natural light itself, I just made sure that the shadows were not distracting from the images, and rather elevating it by creating these pockets of light and shadow, adding contrast and depth, and then just enhancing the tone of the image. If you have a dedicated team that is assigned to making sure that all the moving parts are moving, it really does enhance production. It doesn't make you waste time. It just optimizes the entire shoot. I think that's the word. It optimizes the shoot and just makes sure that you're really performing without any form of hindrances. Granted, doing any form of photo shoot, there are certain things that you will not be able to control, but then that is when you being a professional really comes in clutch, because you will be able to problem solve. And that is when your clients are even going to trust you and know that, okay, even if there are situations that are unexpected, he is still going to be a professional and be in control, and make sure that he uses the elements to work in his favor, and then I mean, it wouldn't really hinder the progress of the shoot. So yeah, this is pretty much everything that happened. I really enjoyed the shoot. I loved the images. The client was happy as well. Everybody was happy. The video was amazing, and the entire team was really amazing. And yeah, actually, let me just leave you guys at this point to enjoy the rest of the behind the scenes video, and I will catch you in the next one.